Let's go.
Starting. It's starting. It's starting. It's starting.
Starting right now.
The show's starting. You're starting to get on my nerves.
Just start, I think. Just start.
Now.
Starting now. Starting now.
Like right now. All right. Hi, everybody. Welcome back to another edition of Skip Happens. I got to say, tonight, I'm liking this guy already. We're joined by Cooper Riley. I said, can I call you Coop? He goes, yeah, everybody calls me Coop. He's a soulful country artist. He's got roots in Memphis. He's got a Nashville drive and a sound shaped by blues, faith, family, and real-life stories. I guess he had songs like Why, Beyond Me was another. To stages like Backstage Access Presents. Coop is building his own lane. Don is patient and personal. Let's get right into it. Cooper Riley, it's good to see you, my friend.
Good to see you too, man. Good. How are you?
Very good. Now, I always ask right off the top, where are you?
In Nashville.
Oh, are you like right down? You're probably
No,
outside of Nashville.
I'm outside of Nashville. Yeah, I'm a little bit of ways outside of Nashville, but I like it that way.
So, if you wanted to get into the truck and drive downtown, how long would it take you?
About 45 minutes or so.
And that's on a good day.
Yeah, that's on a good day. Yeah,
we all know what the traffic's like now.
You never really know when that good day is.
So you just hope it's going to be a good day, I guess.
Yeah.
Yeah. How often do you get you have to go downtown to take care of business, I would assume. How often do you do that? Every day?
It depends on the week. I mean,
I got you.
I'd say at least 2 times, sometimes 2 or 3 times. So just kind of depends on the week. But like this week, I've been down there 2 times already. So I think that's the last. I don't think I have to go back down there anytime soon, or this week. So next week I do.
Well, there you go. So you grew up surrounded by music and storytelling, I'm told.
Yes, sir.
What did music sound like in your house growing up? You have a musical family. Is that correct?
Yeah, so my mom's side is from Jonesboro, Arkansas, and all of them, play instruments and sing. So it's kind of funny. Like I just kind of grew up around that, and so on my mom's side, it was a bunch of like blues music, and my great grandfather could play the piano like nobody's business. I mean, it's insane. Cool. And so I just kind of grew up around all that blues stuff, and then grew up listening to country music because my dad he loves listening to old country, like Randy Travis, Keith Whitley, all the good old stuff. And
dude, that stuff's pretty awesome.
Yeah, so I just I've always had a love for music. Yeah. Let's see, I started playing piano when I want to say like 13 maybe.
Okay.
And I played guitar a little bit when I was younger, like when I was like 7 or 8, but I didn't really keep up with it. And then probably when I was 17 or 18, I started playing guitar again and haven't stopped, and don't plan on stopping.
That's cool. That's cool. When did was there a moment when you realized like this isn't something I love, this is something I'm supposed to do?
Absolutely. I'll keep this story as short as it can be, but about 3 years ago, I went into the hospital. I had a sinus infection that turned into 2 abscesses on my skull. So I had to have surgery. I lost like 47 pounds in a week and a half. Like it was really rough. And so the only thing that I could do in the hospital was like listen to music or whatever. And I remember like late one night I woke up and my mom was sitting on the couch by the hospital bed, and I was like, I wonder if I can do something with like, seriously for music. And so my mom's like, you don't need to worry about that right now. I'm like, Mom, I got to think about something else other than what's going on right now. So we started kind of talking about it, and I just, just kept listening to all these different songs and stuff that I don't usually listen to, and just all these different things. And once I got out, I started working for a boat dealership, and which was a freaking awesome job. I teach people how to wake surf and drive boats every single day, which is not too bad.
Seriously.
So, so then I did that, and then I was kind of having trouble with my boss, which he's a great guy, but started having trouble with my boss. And then one day, it's kind of fun. One day I was like just so put out with at the boat dealership. I go home and I get on social media, and I saw a video of a guy named Matt Schuster singing a cover of Vienna. And like as soon as I heard that, I was like, "Daggone! Like I really, really want to do this." And so that night, I went downstairs. This is before I moved here, and I went downstairs and I talked to them, and they were like, "I mean, if you want to do it, we'll, see what we could do and all this, but we got to see for the next month or so that you're serious about this." And I was like, "All right." So I started, you know, taking more guitar lessons to kind of help and started singing a lot more and playing piano a lot more and just kind of knocking off the rust on a couple things. And then
That's
I'd
cool.
say 2 months later, we came down here just to kind of see what it looks like. Cause I mean, I haven't been down before I moved here. I haven't been down here since I was like probably 10 years old. So it's changed a
Mhm.
lot since then. And I ended up loving it. And then the beginning of 2024, I moved here and
Huh.
haven't left.
Yeah. So when you say we, was it the whole family? Everybody went down, or mom and
So
dad and
so
you? Or?
so me and my mom and dad came down to
Okay.
check it out, but my parents are still back over that way. So
Okay.
it's just me here, and one of my buddies moved in with me,
That's cool.
and so yeah, it's been
Well,
cool.
you got to have the roommate. Let's
Oh
just, I
yeah,
mean,
oh
you need
yeah.
help with the rent. I totally
Well, yeah.
get it.
Now he left in September, and then it was just me. So he ended up coming back like 2 weeks ago, and now he's living with his sister who moved here last year. So it's just me at my house, which I
Oh,
don't
that's
really
all right.
necessarily mind. I kind of like having my own space and stuff
Yeah,
like
yeah,
that.
yeah, yeah.
So
No, I totally get it. Do you have like a dog or a cat
I
or
don't, but I
anything?
want one so bad.
Yeah, a dog is like a man's best friend.
Oh, I
You know
know,
that,
100%.
especially if you're living alone.
Yeah,
I mean, it's pretty cool. But then again, if you start performing and you're out and about, who's going to take care of the dog?
take him with me.
There you go. That works absolutely. So
Right.
you're from Memphis,
Yes, sir.
and that has such a deep musical identity uh, to it. How much of that Memphis soul and blues foundation still shows up in what you write today?
I mean, I just say I try to put as much blues and soul when it comes to my voice and when it
Mhm.
comes to the instrumentation of my music as I can to kind of, you know, keep my Memphis roots in my music because I mean that's what I
Yeah.
love. I
Yeah.
love blues, I love country, and I try to just kind of put them in the same thing in what I can.
I love Memphis. The deal was I took part in St. Jude for a lot of years
Okay.
and able to go out for country cares and all that and to see some really nice parts of the city. But then, I mean, there's certain areas that it's kind of iffy if you want to go out, if you know what I mean. So,
Yeah, yeah. You just
but I,
gotta kinda know where you need to be.
yeah, yeah. And then I remember seeing Sun Records, which
Yeah,
is in Memphis. That's pretty cool.
it's so
That's
cool.
the legendary
Yeah,
Sun Records. That is really
yeah.
cool. Cooper, when you were younger, were you more drawn into the lyric, the melody, or the guitar, or the performances that or the performance side of music?
Like, when I was younger as, like, a kid?
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Oh, you're still a kid.
Yeah, I guess I still am a kid. Thanks for saying that. Let's
Listen,
see.
hey, we could turn it around. I'm no longer a kid. I'm like the old man that's doing a podcast here.
Let's see. I mean, I think back then, like, I was really drawn into, like, the instrumentation of music. Like,
Yeah, yeah.
I grew up listening to, like, a lot of John Mayer stuff. So,
Yep,
like,
yep,
that
yep.
kinda says what it needs to say there, So listen to John Mayer stuff, but then also like when it comes to performances and stuff, like I used to watch Michael Jackson's, concert videos on YouTube or whatever
Oh
all
yeah,
the
yeah.
time. And so I don't know, just I mean, I guess kind of back then I didn't really realize the lyrics of like songs. I didn't really put it all together, I guess, but now kind of, growing up and maturing, like when I listen to a song for the first time, the first thing I listen to is the lyrics and then obviously like the instrumentation still as well.
Mhm, mhm. If you don't mind me asking, what's harder for you, writing the first line of a song or deciding when the song is finished? I mean, it's probably you have to get started, right?
Yeah, I mean, I'd say probably, I mean, it really just kind of depends on the day, but I mean, like if I don't necessarily have an exact idea of what I'm writing about, it's definitely harder for me to get started. So I'd say probably like getting started on it first,
Yeah.
and then kind of going from there.
Now
But
you
I
mentioned
always try to add more stuff into some of my songs that is not needed.
that's all right. It's better to have too much. You can always cut.
Yeah, exactly.
Exactly. Right. I kind of figured that. Chris Stapleton, John Mayer. I know you mentioned John, but I would imagine you're a big fan of Stapleton too.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
And then when you want to talk blues a little bit, how about BB King?
Oh yeah. Oh
Yeah.
yeah. Yeah,
Being
which
in
it's fun.
Memphis.
Yeah,
Yeah.
my I'll tell you a story. So my grandmother, she is 96 or 97.
Oh, God bless her.
And so her and my grandfather, before he passed away, they had like a bunch of acreage in Bartlett, and so which is in Memphis. And so they were selling a quarter or however many acres it was, and BB King was the one that ended up buying it. And so my dad grew up with his nephew, I want to say, and his
Very
nephew
cool.
sadly passed
Yeah.
away when he was 15. But when BB King would come back from tour and stuff, he'd stop at my grandmother's driveway and sit and talk to her for however long, which is
Dude,
so cool.
that is very cool.
Yeah, really cool.
Very cool.
She told me that like 6 months ago, and I was like, "What?"
Yeah. Yeah. It's just like, Graham, you got to tell me more. You got to tell me more. I
Yeah,
want to know more about this.
yeah,
That is pretty awesome.
really cool.
BB King, he was just, with the guitar, he could just tell you so much
Oh, I
with
know.
just one note.
Yeah.
I mean, that's BB King. Do you think about the guitar that way too?
Um, I try to. I'm not as skilled on the guitar as nowhere near as good as he was,
Right. Right.
um, but I mean, definitely like when it comes to where I want to be with my guitar,
Mhm, mhm.
I definitely want to be like John Mayer and BB King.
And what about Stapleton? Hey,
Oh,
he's got that raw honesty, and he's been writing for how long? And now, of course, he's been putting songs, out
yeah.
himself on the radio.
He seriously has like one of the most insane vocals I've ever heard in my entire life. He's just super super talented. I mean, and the thing is, he don't have to walk around on stage or nothing. People just sit there, listen to him play the guitar and sing, and they're perfectly happy.
Ah,
And that
that's
says a
so cool.
lot.
It does absolutely. How would you, Cooper? How would you describe your sound to somebody who hasn't heard Cooper Riley yet?
I would just say gritty,
Okay.
a little bit of country, and just soulful. I mean, I have the soulful in my blood, but I still got the little country twang to it.
No, I like that. So, would you say that there's room for blues, soul, and country to live together,
One
so to
hundred
speak?
percent.
Yeah,
And
I
I
would
think
agree.
I think over you know the last, I mean, could be longer, but at least 5 years, country's kind of
Hmm.
changed to where it's not as traditional as it used to be.
Hmm.
Which you know, old traditional country is amazing, but I just feel like now it's like you can kind of do whatever you want with country music, and that's what's kind of cool is like you're able to kind of bring something different to the table when it comes to country music, and it's not the same George Strait song or
Right,
whatever.
right, right, right. No,
So
exactly, exactly. Um, so it's a country music. I'm just trying to think of something here. Country music has widened a lot in recent years, and do you feel like there's more room now? Well, they're going to live together, so yeah, we just talked about that. But I want to talk about songs like "Beyond Me," and I want to talk about songs like "Now You've Got Out of Time."
yes, sir.
Let's go right to "Out of Time." That's the most recent, right?
Yes, sir.
All right, tell me a little bit. What can people expect from that side of Cooper Riley?
So that song I wrote just like about a time that I was going through where I kind of just felt stuck and I felt like all that I was doing was watching the clock tick in front of me. But I kind of learned, from people I surround myself with that if you spend more time focusing on who you're meeting, growing connections, writing music, recording, whatever it is, something that's going to help you be successful in the long run, it's going to help you out a lot more than just sitting there and waiting for the phone call from the record label or the phone call from, the songwriter you've been wanting to work with or whatever. Like I mean, there's nothing else other than to say that you have to work for it.
Yeah. Are you happy doing it the way you're doing it?
100%.
Yeah. That's pretty cool. So being an independent, then you're able to make your own decisions. You've got, what about all your social media? Are you doing that by yourself too?
I have a team that runs my social media. So
that's a job in itself.
Yeah.
It's
Especially
okay
when you
to
got to
start.
post on like 3 or 4 accounts. It's like,
oh man. Yeah. Have you you've been on Twitter? I would assume you're doing different things there as well as Insta, and of course you're on Facebook. That I do know, but it's pretty cool. It is. It's like a full-time job.
Yeah.
What's let me ask, is there a song in your catalog that feels the most like this is who I am? This is Cooper Riley. Is there a particular song?
Definitely some songs I'm about to start working on to record.
Okay.
So I don't know if I could say what they are yet, but I'm starting to kind of lean into more of the soulful stuff because my other stuff was kind of like leaning back and forth, but now I'm starting to really focus on that soulful type of music. So
yeah, very cool. Very cool. So how's it going with the Outta Time? Outta Time. Have you made like, did you do a radio tour? Have you done anything like that?
It's the song itself is doing a lot better than my other two did. Yeah, other two did, which is a
Takes
great
time.
thing. That's a good thing. You just got to kind of keep building that momentum. So that's kind of the plan
Do you
there.
do you feel anxious about it? It's like, come on, come on.
I did like when it first came out, but now I'm like, I'm so focused on other things that it's, it's out there. It's going to do what it's going to do. And now I got to focus on the next step.
Yeah. Is music all you do?
Yes, sir.
You don't have a job during the day?
No, sir.
Boy, you're brave.
Yeah.
I'm just
Yeah.
saying.
My parents, they helped me out a lot, which is
Excellent.
nice.
Yeah, exactly. I'd be doing the same thing. That's pretty cool. Well, you've performed, if I'm not mistaken, Backstage Access Presents, Heartland, and recently the Napa Valley. You went out
Yes,
there
sir.
and did some stuff. Now, how was that trip?
Freaking awesome. I mean, the Iowa event for Heartland, or for, I guess it was Heartland in Iowa, but
Yeah.
that event was a lot of fun. Met a lot of cool people. Drew Baldridge,
Yep.
Adam Wainwright, who was a baseball player.
Yeah.
He was so cool, and Allie Call. I mean, a bunch of different people. It was a really cool event. It was on a smaller scale than what Napa was. I think I can't remember how many people were in Iowa, but in Napa there was 40 artists, including me. So it's just a great way to network with other artists, with fans, with people in the industry. It's really cool.
And Drew, you mentioned Drew Baldridge. He's actually a friend of mine. He just somebody that listened to him. He's got great advice, and he's been there. He's been dropped from a label, picked up by a label. He's been he kicked ass on his own.
Yeah.
He took a song all the way to number one.
Number one. Yeah.
Yeah. And then the labels came back and said, "Yeah, we want you back."
Yeah.
We need to get it's kind of
he's such a down to earth guy too. He's awesome.
Exactly. That's why I was saying that I know that he would sit with you as long as he needed to and just, talk about things and maybe kind of, I'm not saying he'd point you in the right direction.
Oh yeah.
If he had questions, he'd try to find answers for you.
100%.
That's cool. But what did those shows, when you were on Backstage Access and, of course, in Napa Valley, what did those shows do for your confidence?
It definitely, I guess, kind of knowing that there was a lot of industry people there, artists or, label people or, sync stuff or whatever, like knowing that they were out in the crowd, I feel like it kind of helped me with my stage presence to be able to be more confident when I hop on stage if there's, just a couple people or if there's a bunch of people. Like it kind of, I don't know. Anytime I play on the stage, my stage presence seems to get a little bit better as time goes
Awesome.
on, which is good. So
That kind of leads right into my next question because I was going to say, when you're on a lineup with, let's say, Shinedown, Parker Shinedown of it, it's crazy.
and them two, it was the lead singer and then Zach, which is the guitarist. And they are the coolest people. I think. I mean, you would never guess they're celebrities. They're so cool.
They're so down to earth.
Yeah,
it's a bunch of great guys, and they
and
sell out everywhere.
Zach, his guitarist is from Memphis too. That he only lives like probably 2 miles from where I grew up.
And I saw Jacob Hackworth on some of your notes.
Yeah, me and him sang together for a late night thing during that event, which was pretty cool.
Yeah, I just had him in town for a show here a few weeks ago. He's just a great guy. He's actually been here in person in the Pod Zone. So,
oh, really?
Yeah. So he's just a cool, down to earth guy. Of course, he's a great writer. Now he's putting his own music out.
Yeah, and he has a great voice.
Oh my God, just unbelievable. It's hard to believe that. Well, maybe not. I mean, everybody's got a job, but he worked on the railroad for a lot of years, and it's like here's this, and now you just listen to him sing, and it's like, dude, it's crazy.
Yeah, it's crazy.
Yeah. What is if you don't mind me asking here as well, what's the difference between Cooper Riley in the writing room and Cooper Riley on stage? It's a tough question. I should have some Jeopardy music here. I don't
Yeah.
It's okay. It's okay. I know that's a tough question, but you go into a writing room and it's probably just.
I mean, I feel like in the writing room, I'm a lot more.
I get it.
Maybe vulnerable when I'm writing, and when I'm on the stage, I feel like. I don't know. That's actually a really, really good question.
Yeah. See, I told you, I dig and I get these questions, and it's just like I want to be different than other podcasts.
Yeah.
I want to ask some different questions, and that would be one of them. But let's talk about you performing live. The first sound, the crowd reaction, the quiet moment, or the end when it worked. Which one of those is the favorite part when you're performing live?
Probably just like seeing like the crowd's reaction.
Yeah. Then I feel
like that's what almost like every artist is like, really into seeing how they react to, maybe songs they haven't heard or songs that they have heard, but it's different because it's live.
Right. Have you, has a fan ever come up to you after a show and said something about one of your songs that has stayed with you? Or they're all good.
Yeah, I mean, I think, and this is before I really, I guess this is probably a year and a half ago. I was playing a show back home, and so I was playing at a brewery, and this older couple came up to me and they're like, "Where are you from?" And I was like, "Here." And they're like, "Oh my gosh, like I didn't even expect that or whatever." And they were just saying, because I was playing a bunch of like cover songs and a bunch of my songs, and they asked, they're like, "Where can I find?" I don't remember now what song it was, but they're like, "Where can I find this song? Like, who's it by?" And I was like, "Oh, I actually wrote that or whatever." And they just kind of sat there and were just saying, like, "You're so talented, and like we're gonna keep looking out for you." So I mean, it's just like for me, it's more the little moments than it is like the big moments.
I get it. Absolutely. And just knowing somebody's looking at you with that frame of mind, going, "You can't be from here. You're too good."
Yeah.
I mean, that's cool. That's cool. And do you lock in on a set list, or do you like to leave space for the moment?
That depends. Sometimes I just kind of will, put, however many songs together, and I know that there's going to be some open space. So then I guess it kind of just depends. Like whenever I'm playing like a real, like kind of like a serious type of thing, I guess I kind of have the set list like down. But when it comes to, kind of small little things, people always request songs or whatever. So
yeah, so you make room for that.
Yeah.
And like, what do they request? Do they ask for a lot of covers, or do they know your music?
For the most part, it's covers,
Yeah. Okay.
and it's a lot of old stuff, which I'm perfectly fine with, but it's a lot of old stuff.
And do you put your own twist on it?
I
Make it
do.
yours?
I
That's
do.
cool. I say everybody's got to do that.
Yes, sir.
You don't want to be that person, but you want to play that song, and you're going to
Absolutely.
make it's going to be a Cooper Riley song.
Yes, sir.
Well, with your own touch to it. So that's
Yeah.
cool. Yeah. So what do you do for fun?
Bunch of stuff.
Yeah.
I'll say one of my favorite like things to do when I just want to be like by myself
Yeah.
And kind of be out in the country when I'm not songwriting. I like to go back to where I'm from, back outside of Memphis, and go to our farm that we have. We have like 40 acres, and so
Oh,
I go out
sweet.
there
Yeah.
and bush hog and hang out and stuff like that. So do that, hang out, around a bonfire with my friends, and cook out and go to the lake, um, and go wake surf or whatever, um, and I love driving around too, because I feel like a lot of things go through my head that I'm just kind of like it helps me, just kind of release everything out of my
Oh
brain
yeah.
to kind
Oh
of
yeah. Totally get
relax.
that. Yeah, totally. Totally. Do you have a boat?
I do, yes,
Because you
sir.
talked about, working at the marina, and then, then you go back home and you
Yeah,
take
I was telling a guy today. I dropped my truck off to get it serviced, and he saw on my license plate it says Moomba, and so he's like, "You have a Moomba?" And I was like, "Yeah." I said it was the worst but best decision I ever made.
Tell me, what's a Moomba?
It's a wake surfing boat, so it's like a
Okay.
Mastercraft. It's I mean, it's just a wake surfing boat. It's
Okay.
awesome. It's cool.
Yeah. And how
It's a,
fast?
it probably goes maybe 45,
Yeah,
maybe.
but that's fast though on water.
Oh yeah.
It feels
But the
yeah.
main thing is throwing out that wake that, and it has it's a 23 footer, so I can fit
Oh, I
like
got you. Yeah.
17 people on it, I think.
No kidding.
Which I think the most I've ever put on there was like 12 or 13, and that was a
That's cool.
lot. That
That's
was a
cool.
lot.
Everybody's got to have that escape. Everybody's got to have something to do just to break away when you just want to step away from things
Yeah.
for a little bit,
It's funny. I always tell my friends when we go anywhere, I'm like, all right, like we can do this, but like I just got to get away from this whole music thing. But I
Yeah.
always bring my guitar everywhere I go, and I end up playing music till 1 a.m. And I'm like, gum.
Yeah, yeah. Well, you know what? That's what it's all about.
It
I
is.
don't, I don't know if you drink or not, but I'd be having a beer. I got the bonfire. I'd just pick up the guitar, maybe just play some riffs or do a couple of songs or see what your friends think about this or
Yeah.
that, or who
I don't drink
knows?
very often, but I
Yeah.
love me some whiskey. So
Oh yeah. Oh, yeah. What's your flavor when it comes to whiskey? Do you?
I've really been on Buffalo Trace lately,
Oh, okay. All right.
and
Yeah.
so yeah, I've really been on Buffalo Trace, and there was another one that my dad had me try not too long ago, and I liked, but it was like, I don't know, it was really, really, really strong. I was like, yeah, I don't know, because like I said, I'm not much of a drinker, so
No,
I
that's all
kind of
right.
keep it to a minimum.
I totally get it that, man, my friend. I totally get that. Totally. What do you are you into sports at all? Do you go to the Nashville Sounds? You notice I'm wearing a Sounds hat, but still,
Yeah, from when I was about 3 or 4 till I graduated high school, I was a soccer player.
oh,
And then I played football for 2 years and played basketball from when I was like 4 to 9th grade, maybe 10th grade.
okay. Okay.
And I wish I would have kept playing basketball throughout my senior year, but I was just so into soccer. And then I was gonna go play soccer in college, but I had shin splints, and so like
Oh,
anytime I worked out legs or if I ran real hard, like
man.
I could barely even walk. So
Yeah.
kind of had to squash that. I mean, I still love soccer. Like I've been watching the World Cup here.
I was gonna ask. That was gonna you mentioned it. I was gonna ask. So
Yeah, I mean,
yeah,
and
it's kind of
one of
crazy.
my friends, he plays for a pro team in Memphis, and
Very cool.
I'll see his games and stuff like that. I'm just like, dang, dude, if I could just
Uh-huh.
like get on the field one more time.
Yeah. Do you get to play downtown at all? Do you do any of the gigs? There's so many bars, so many different places
I
now. I
mean,
don't know.
every once in a while I'll do like writers rounds and stuff, but
Yeah. Yeah.
I feel like people are more in like it. I feel like my time is better am not playing in Nashville personally, just because, I mean, everyone here is playing music and people hear it all the time. I mean, not saying that they wouldn't like it, but
Right.
if I were to go, let's just say Florida and play a show, I'm going to get better feedback there than I would here.
Yeah. Well, you get all the tourists, and they just
Yeah.
hear that, you walk down Broadway and it's music coming out of every window, every door, every crack. It's
Yeah.
crazy.
Especially one's got like 6 stories and it's different music each story.
And you don't know what you're listening to. Been there. I know. It's kind of crazy. Did you, by chance, get to the country radio seminar this year? Did you stop
I did.
out?
That was awesome. Yeah, I was there.
Was that your first year?
It was. Yeah, I was there for, I think I went 2 or 3 days. I can't remember. All I know is by the end of it, I was exhausted.
Yeah. But it's a lot of work. I don't know. As a radio guy, I've been, I've well over 20 years of doing that. But as an artist, from a whole different perspective, you've got to shake hands and talk to people, and you just keep moving and moving and moving and moving. And you have to do that. I mean, it's all about the networking. It's all about getting to know certain people that could definitely help you with your career.
100%. I mean, I feel like when it comes to the music industry, it's 80 or 90% business and 10% music. You gotta be a business person.
It's a business.
You
Absolutely.
may be able to write a really good song and have a really good voice, but if you can't shake hands and mingle with somebody, it's kind of hard.
There's a lot to it. There's a whole lot of different avenues that people have no idea.
Yes, sir.
They have no idea. So, yeah. Did you do a showcase at all or anything like that? You didn't probably.
No, I just had a bunch of interviews.
Yeah, that's how you
just
probably
kind of walked around talking to people.
Well, no, that's what you do. That's exactly it. Your bio talks about staying patient and true to yourself through the ups and downs. So, what has tested your patience most in your career?
I think going into doing, like, when I first started doing all this music stuff, I was expecting things to kind of happen a lot quicker.
Right.
And I just really got super irritated with, am I, not doing something right? Am I not writing the right music? Am I not with the right people? Like, what's going on? And, I've seen over the last 2.5 years or almost 3 years that it takes time. If I could go back and, to where I was when I first moved here and like see, like, so much has happened in the last, I mean, even in the last 6 months, so many things have happened. And I just feel like you can't, speed any of this up. It's going to happen when it's going to happen.
Yeah. Did anybody prepare you for that, or you were pretty much on your own? And
I think definitely my parents did, and a couple other people that I know that are in the industry. But I feel like in my head, I was just kind of, oh, whatever, like, so.
Well, I mean, you're young, you expect a lot to happen, and it doesn't happen right away. So there's got to be some frustration. And with that frustration, how did you handle that?
Honestly, when I got frustrated and felt like nothing was going on, I would just take 2 or 3 days and, like, actually not play any music, not think about music, like, do anything I could to not think about it. And when I came back, it was just like a fresh start and I felt so much better. So I just feel like, a lot of artists and songwriters and everyone, like, it's hard to not get burnt out. And you got to be careful of that, because then you end up like, oh, I don't even want to do this anymore. So
you got to feel good about yourself, because there's, knowing who's in Nashville, what's in Nashville, so many people like yourself, even though you're a step above many others, but everybody wants to go there. Everybody wants to be a star. Everybody wants to do it. And there's so many people there trying to do the same thing. Really, it just, the competition is, it is what it is. And it's very tough. There's thousands upon thousands of people there just trying to do what you do. And,
I mean, just music, really, like, this industry is really something that you got to be ready for mentally. Like, it's not a walk in the park.
That's where I was going with this. Yeah.
Like, it's not a walk in the park whatsoever. Like, so many like people are gonna say that you're not good. People are gonna say you're really good. But at the end of the day, like you can't necessarily always listen to those people.
Right, right. I was going to ask you how you handle the criticism, and right there, that's a great, what you just said. You can't listen to them.
Yeah.
You're going to get that. Everybody gets that. I don't
Oh
care who
yeah.
you are. I don't care.
I
You could
mean,
be the
even
greatest.
Chris Stapleton gets that.
Exactly.
Like
Exactly.
you'd have to be deaf to say that he's not good.
That is so true. So true. Have you seen a complete show with Stapleton?
Yeah. So right before I moved here, my buddy called me one day and he's like, "Hey, me and my brother and his wife are gonna go down to Nashville for the George Strait and Chris Stapleton concert." And I was like, "Count me in." So we went to the Nissan Stadium and
Yeah,
Chris
yeah.
Stapleton opened up for him, and he sang like "Freebird" like his way. Oh my gosh! I mean,
Yeah.
he sounds so much better live than he does over like the radio,
Totally
which
get
is
it. His
very
live
impressive.
shows kicks ass. I
Yeah.
mean, it's like, the stuff that we play on the radio is awesome.
Oh
But
yeah,
go to a live show and it's like, holy crap.
it's a whole nother level.
Yeah, it is. It's a whole nother level. Let's talk about CMA Fest. How was that for you?
It was cool. I played a show at the Troubadour,
Okay.
and then I don't know what day I did. I went to the Fanfare X thing and I did a meet and greet there, which was really cool. And
Mhm.
what's funny is that there was a lot more people there than I was expecting, which I was super grateful for. But the last people that showed up were these two girls from Memphis, and I was like, "Wow!" I was like, "That's cool." And I mean, they didn't know who I was, and I didn't know who they were, so it was cool being able to meet some Memphis folks.
Yeah. And who else did you meet at CMA Fest? Were you able to hang with some of the big stars, or how did
Uh,
all that go for you?
I was really which I'm really good friends with her, but I was hanging out with Hannah Dasher a lot because
Oh, very cool.
she is freaking hilarious. I mean, she's probably one of the funniest humans I've
Mhm.
ever met. But I was hanging out with her, and my buddy Garrett Bradford.
I've had Garrett on the podcast. Yep.
Garrett's a good guy.
Good
I'm trying
dude.
to think
Yeah.
who else was I hanging out with. I don't know. To be honest, like I was just kind of all over the place.
Yeah. No, that's
Yeah.
cool. It's another time where you're like nonstop for a few days.
Yeah.
And rightfully so. I mean, it's made for the fans. So
Yeah. It is for sure.
yeah. So if you weren't playing music, would you be back working in a marina, wakeboarding, or stuff like that? What do you think you would be doing?
Honestly, I don't see myself doing anything else, but probably real estate.
Really? Do you
Yeah,
have a real estate license?
I went to real estate school, and then as soon as I was done, like life went crazy, and so
Yeah.
I never ended up taking the test. Which I think at some point I still may, just because I can have it.
It's a good backup.
But you know, and or like into high school, I was really wanting to do land management, and land real estate.
Mhm.
So I was really into that, which I still am. But I'm just focused on all this music stuff right now.
That's so cool, dude. That's so cool. And tell me about your band a little bit. You have a full band behind you?
No, it's just me. I don't
No?
have a band yet.
Oh, okay. Are you working on putting a band together?
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And how as an artist, tell me, how would you go about that? Do you put ads out there and
I mean, it's kind of a process. Like, there's a lot of musicians that I know that, I've reached out or I can reach out to. And I don't know. I mean, I guess it's just kind of like, I don't really know the best way to go about it, but kind of like word of mouth. And um, I don't really know. I haven't gotten to that
yeah,
part
but
yet,
you're
but
gonna get there. And say,
yeah.
Somebody's gonna say, "Hey, dude, I'll play guitar for you." Hey,
Yeah.
or you're gonna be out somewhere sometime, and it's just gonna happen. It's just gonna
Yeah.
happen. That's cool. But you're doing it on your own right now.
Yes,
You've
sir.
got the song "Out of Time" that you're pushing. Let's go back even a little bit further. What was before "Out of Time"? Out of Time.
Beyond Me.
All right, and tell me about "Beyond Me" because I think that's got a story to it.
Yeah. So that is, it was one of those songs I wrote that, uh, I'd say 2 years prior to me writing that song, I went through a pretty bad breakup,
Mhm.
and it was somebody that I thought that I was gonna, be with, and somebody that I felt like, I, you know, every time I was around him, I just felt like, myself, and everything felt good. And then things happened and ended up not working out. So
Right.
it's just, I don't know. The whole song, even when I listen to it now, like I still feel those old emotions that I used to feel. It's like just a roller coaster. And then it's like, which I can't even think of the line right now, but like it talks about how it was. I can't think of what it was, but it's like it was.
Mhm. Uh-oh. Cooper Riley clicked off. It must be the emotions. Skip happens. But we'll see if he pops back in here in a moment or two. But that's who we're talking to tonight. Cooper's an independent artist. As you know now, he's living in Nashville. He's from the outskirts of Memphis. And he's taking a few minutes to just come out with Skip Happens tonight. And, not exactly in the pod zone. As you can see, I'm in the pod zone. But he's at his place just outside of Nashville. So we're waiting to see if he pops back in here in just a moment. And don't forget, if you have questions you want to ask somebody that's making it work in Nashville or trying to make it work or something, you feel free to comment in the chat. Drop me a note and we can go from there. There he is. He's coming back. And yep, I see you.
Can you hear me?
I hear you. I do. Can you hear me? Hello.
Skip?
Yes. I hear you. And we do sign language. I hear you. Can you hear me? Yes. Up or down?
Well,
Hello?
I don't know what happened.
Hello? Can you hear me? This is what we call Skip Happens. You see, you're using a phone. Sometimes with the phones, battery goes dead. And we'll just kind of hang out a little bit. Like I said, it's Skip Happens podcast. If you haven't subscribed, all right, if you go to youtube.com, or maybe you're watching this on YouTube right now, hit the subscribe button. We're well over 1,000 subscribers, and I'm pretty excited about that. And I want to watch it grow. I want to see it grow. And if you know me working in radio and my connections with Nashville, we hear the stories. And I always say, every boot tells a story. And that's what we do here. Let me just try to make a little bit of a change here. And let me see. Just bear with me a minute. We can go right here. And let's see if he's back.
There you go. Sorry.
Hey, there you are. That's all right. I was just plugging
I got a phone call and then it wouldn't let me go back in there. I don't know why it did that.
Uh-oh. Was it an important phone call?
No. You're good.
Somebody trying to sell you insurance, probably.
But, spam call.
Yeah, spam. But if it was mom or dad, I'd say, dude, you got to take it. That's it. Yeah, family's so important. It's very important what you do. Exactly. So, yeah, I
wouldn't be doing this music stuff if it wasn't because of them. So I'm very blessed to have my parents.
I love the support, and that's what I love to hear because they know this is what you want to do.
Well, it's funny. Like no matter how many songs I write, no matter how many shows I play, every single time I play them a new song or they hear a new song I recorded, they always tear up, and I'm like, is this always gonna be like this?
Because they're so proud of you, dude.
Yeah, absolutely.
They get it. And to see you succeed or come out with something where you might have a chance at going somewhere with it. I mean, if you were my son, I'd be the same way.
I appreciate that. Thank you.
And I wish you were my son because you got a cool boat. You wakeboard.
Come on out sometime. Let's do it.
I would definitely do it.
Let's do it.
Absolutely. I would love to. But
dude, we need to do a podcast on the boat. That would be cool.
I can do that because with my podcast, my Skip Happens podcast is I can also take this whole thing on the road. So if anybody's watching this or wondering what's going on, even down the road, just get a hold of me because I'll go out. I went to a rodeo over this past weekend.
That's so awesome.
And I had never done a podcast from a rodeo before.
I think we need to do the first time on the boat. I think that'd be cool.
I would definitely do it. I can bring my own internet. I got everything. I've got the whole, everything I need.
Well, maybe after this, we can try to figure something out. I think that'd be cool.
Wouldn't that be cool? That would
be awesome. Cool. I don't know if many people have done that before.
Probably nobody. See, I want to do things that nobody has done before.
Yeah, that's what makes you stand out.
Yeah, and you as an artist, you gotta do things that make you unique.
Yeah,
and different from the
absolutely.
others. That's whether it's me doing this or you doing that, you got to be
Yes,
different.
sir.
And if you can start a conversation or somebody go, "Hey, do you hear that Cooper Riley guy?
Yeah.
That song, that's so cool,
Yeah.
and it's about my life. It's country music.
Yeah.
It's
I mean,
about my
that's the thing.
life."
Like when you're doing this music stuff, you got to figure out, like, you have to figure out how to be different than another person, Like I love,
Exactly.
like I said, I love John Mayer, I love Chris Stapleton, I love Ty Myers, but I love, like, I want to do stuff like that, but I also want to figure out how to make it my own.
Mhm, mhm.
So that way one day people can be like, I love, stuff like Cooper Riley. I want to do stuff like that. So that's kind of the whole goal.
And talking about that and talking about you, Coop, I just called you Coop.
All good.
A lot of people do that. I think we talked about that earlier. But
Yes, sir.
hey, Coop, let's go out on the boat. Let's go out on the boat today, Coop.
Let's do it.
Come on, Coop. Let's go over to whatever. But yeah. So first, tell me about the little town that you lived in growing up outside of Memphis, right?
Yes, sir. So when I say from when I was born until I was about 10, I lived in Cordova, which is kind of like, more city. And then I think right when I turned 10, we moved out into Rossville, which is a smaller town. I don't know exactly what the population is, but it's
Small.
very, very quiet, very laid
Everybody
back.
everybody knows everybody.
Everybody knows everybody.
Yeah.
That was something that was hard about moving here, is like I go somewhere and like people don't know who I am, but like I go to the gas station down the street and like four people be like, "Hey, what's up, Cooper?" And I'm like, that's cool to still be able to have, but sometimes it is nice being going places and people not knowing who I am.
And that little town that you're talking about, what was the big thing to do if you did go out?
Drive around,
Drive around, all right.
just ride on
What
back
did you
roads.
do? You have like a DQ, a Dairy Queen, or a Chick-fil-A, or a
Sonic.
Walmart?
Sonic was the thing. We
Sonic.
we go into Collierville, which is kind of a nicer part of town, and
Okay.
which that's kind of a bigger little town, but we go and hang out at Sonic. And looking back on it, I'm like, why do we do that? But I
Well,
mean, but as probably when I was 16 and a little bit of 17, we'd hang out at Sonic, and then once I started getting a little bit older, like every Friday night for the most part, Friday or Saturday night, we'd go out to my farm and have a bonfire and just be out there till
that's the
1 o'clock in the
life.
morning and just listen to music with our speakers and talk and hang out. It was awesome.
When you talk about the farm, what was it? Livestock? What'd you have? Was it?
It's just where we hunt.
Oh, I got you.
Yeah.
Okay, all right. And
So
you hunt?
yes, sir. I deer hunt, turkey hunt a little bit, duck hunt a lot, probably too much. And then I've gone hog hunting one time, which was really cool.
I was going to say, is that I've seen videos of people doing that because the
Yeah.
hogs they can do damage.
Oh yeah, it's scary for sure. I think
Wow.
the one time I went, I was like 12 or 13, and it was like at night, and oh my gosh, it
You
was.
have to. That's when they go. They go at night for the hogs, right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
I
We
don't know.
were we were close to Lake Fork, Texas, because one of my dad's friends, he's a professional, or still kind of is, but professional bass fisherman. But he also
Okay.
did a lot of hunting stuff, and so he took us out, and it was a cool experience. But definitely, I definitely want to do it now that I'm older, but just got to find the chance to do
Do
it.
you have any heads on the wall when it comes to deer?
I do. Yeah, I have. Let's see. At my house, I only have one, but back
Okay.
in Memphis, I have a couple.
Yeah. How many
So
points?
I think the biggest one I've got was 10,
Holy
but
crap, dude!
uh, but there. I mean, you should see the deer that some people get, like back where
Now
I'm from. I mean,
a 10
freaking.
pointer is a big ass deer.
Well, yeah. There's this one deer I've been after for 2 years, and I see him on the camera every single night, every single morning. Have not seen him one time in real life. Like I'll be sitting in the stand from like literally like last year, from during Thanksgiving and Christmas. I was there every single morning, every single afternoon, and like I wouldn't leave the deer stand, and I never saw him.
He knows.
But then when I left, and because I have the camera that can send it to my phone,
Yeah.
as soon as I pulled out, he'd be on the camera.
And we heard things come out of Cooper's mouth that we usually don't hear. That's crazy.
So so
It's
annoying.
almost like they know. It's
They
almost like,
definitely
all right,
do.
he's gone.
They 100% do.
Well,
It's so
you think?
frustrating.
I know. You think though? You're up in the stand. I don't. Can they smell? Can they
I mean,
smell you?
they could definitely smell, but what's
Yeah.
even weirder is that I am so quiet when I hunt, but whenever we have those bonfires, we'll be blasting music and all talking and carry on,
And then
and
walk right
literally
up.
like probably 200 yards from where we were, I have a camera, and there'll just be deer just chilling. And I'm like, so y'all are fine with this noise, but if I drop, my phone or something, y'all won't even come to anywhere near me for like a week.
You could do a song about that.
I know.
You could think
Something.
about it. That would be pretty cool.
It would.
I'm just saying something for fun, I guess.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. So Cooper, if somebody wants to go on and get your music, where can they go? What do we do?
All my music's on every single platform that you could possibly listen to music on: Spotify, Apple Music, iTunes, Amazon, YouTube, wherever. Under Cooper Riley, and then when it comes to my social media, it's Cooper Riley Music on Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, and YouTube.
Gotcha. Getting big shows coming up.
Let's see. I'm playing a show in Bentonville, Arkansas, the end of September, I believe.
Okay.
And then playing a show in Fort Worth sometime in October. And then let's see. Oh, and then I'm playing a show outside of Oxford, Mississippi for
wow.
a little it's a historic music amphitheater that just opened back up about 2 months ago. And so the guy, he's a family friend, and he wanted some help with kind of like bringing music there and all that
Sure.
stuff. So I told him I think me and Garrett might go up there and play.
That's
So
cool. Yeah.
yeah,
That's cool. Wow. Where, if you could, is there a place on your bucket list?
Red Rocks. That is the easiest question
I
I
was
could ask.
waiting for that answer.
Red Rocks.
Everybody, I think all but one recently that I've spoken to that I've had on the podcast, and I'll ask that exact same question. It's like, oh man, I want to go to Red Rocks. I want to be on that stage.
Red Rocks is probably one of them, and I've never even been there. My parents have, but I've only like seen videos. But it's just like that place just looks so awesome,
phenomenal. It's on my bucket list too. And as a matter of fact, I was telling you about Jacob being in the pod zone here a bit ago, and I asked him the same question. And I guess he's playing there this fall.
Oh, really?
And he's so excited about playing there. And I said, dude, I want to be in the audience. He goes, I'm going to make it happen. We're going to. So I don't know.
So cool.
So I do. I want to go to Red Rocks, and even I'll get all my own transfer. I'll do everything myself, but I want to go there. But I want to go there when I know somebody that's the person that's playing. So that'd
absolutely
be cool. That'd be cool. See, maybe open for one of those some of those acts.
That'd be awesome.
You know what I've noticed, Coop, is that we had Jelly Roll in town last night, but pretty crazy, by the way.
Really crazy.
Yeah, but he brings independent artists like you on stage. And
one of my really good friends is on tour with him right now.
Who's that?
Sonny Black.
Yes. I met him last night.
We've been friends for about 2 years. I was on a TikTok live one night, and I had probably 2,000 followers, and he had probably about the same. And he joined, and we played songs for probably 2 hours, and we've been best friends ever since.
God, he's the greatest guy. I mean, I met him for the first time.
He is so freaking cool. Has an insane voice. He's an even better songwriter.
Wow. And Jelly gave him a lot of props. And he came out, although we say you got to be somebody else, but he did a Garth. He did Friends in Low Places.
Yeah.
And his voice, there were 20,000 people there. And his voice last night.
You know what's crazy is where he grew up, there was only about 500 people there.
Really?
Yeah.
God damn.
I mean,
definitely good
to be able to and he grew up in a trailer and all that, and he definitely had a rough upcoming for sure, but I mean, he has worked his butt off, and he deserves every bit of it.
You know what? It's funny. Jelly said the exact same thing last night.
Yeah.
He said this kid is phenomenal. He
he's
goes.
he's going to be absolutely massive,
He
and
said
I have no doubt.
he said this is the future of country music.
100%.
He said, and that it was just like, wow, yeah, 100%. And I guess what I was telling you was that these artists, not only Jelly, but I think Drew Baldridge is looking for openers, independent artists
Yeah.
that need to get out there. He just, get a hold of them, let them know, and of course he'll make the
Yeah.
decision. But
Yeah.
I think
And
it's
I
a
mean,
great opportunity.
and kind of back in track to where we were, like, that's the thing. Like, no matter how big an artist is, no matter what, like, the best thing to do is just to go up and talk to him, because like with
Yeah.
Drew, like, I don't have his phone number or anything like that, but like, I talked to him for 3 or 4 hours in the green room before we went and played in Iowa, and then saw him at CRS, and I just walked up and I was gonna like reintroduce myself, and he's like, "Hey, what's up, Cooper? How are you? Whatever." And then I saw him at CMA Fest in the fanfare thing, and it's just like, you keep kind of keeping yourself in those people's minds. They're like, "Oh, okay, like this kid's serious," and you just have to just really like. And I'm a big talker. I can talk to a freaking brick wall. Like I just love talking. So if you
I
just
love
keep
it.
those connections and you know show some of those people that you're serious about this, like they're gonna help you like down along the road.
I can hook you up with Drew. I'm
Yeah, I mean
serious. I'm serious.
he's yeah. Let's do
Okay.
it. I mean
All right.
he is I mean, literally, like, so the day that I met him was the day that my debut single ever came out, like that exact day.
Very
And
cool.
so I walk into the green room and I'm knowing that him and Allie Colleen and Adam Wainwright are in there, and him and Adam get up and is like, "Hey, is this your song?" And they have it put up on their phone. I'm like, "Whoa." I was like, that is so cool.
I
That is
love
so
that.
cool.
I love that. Absolutely. Do you have the first guitar you ever owned?
I do. Yeah. So funny story. My parents just recently moved out of their house about a month and a half ago, and so we were going through all this stuff, and I was like, "Mom, have you seen my guitar that like I had when I was like 5 years old?" And she's like, "No, I haven't seen it." And I was like, "Okay, before y'all start moving stuff, let me look around." And so I haven't seen this guitar in 7 or 8 years maybe. And I'm looking around, and I finally found it. And as soon as I did that, I put it in my truck so I didn't forget it. And now
Yeah,
it's up here at my house, and
exactly. It's.
along with like 8 other guitars.
I was going to ask how many. All right, I get it. I get
Yeah,
it.
I
get it.
have. Somebody asked me that not too long ago. I think I have like 9 or 10.
Yeah, that's cool. No, I get it.
I'm running out of room though. That's the problem. Because it's funny. I've only bought 3 of the guitars, and the rest of them have been like hand-me-downs.
Hand me downs, or do you have any sponsors that would
I
say
don't, but
no?
Gibson is definitely, hopefully one day. I'm a big Gibson guy. I have an SJ200 and then a J45.
Okay. All right. I don't know much about guitars, but I know there's Taylor and there's Gibson and there's, everybody's got their own little,
Yeah.
their favorite, so to
Oh
speak.
yeah.
Yeah. Hey, what's one if you're out on the road and you need a snack, what's your favorite snack? Road snack. What do you need to have?
I don't know. For some reason, I love Cool Ranch Doritos.
Okay. No, those are good. Those are good.
that
Those are good.
and a vitamin water.
There you go.
Yeah.
That'll work.
But then
Hey,
if I need something sweet, then I'll go like a Milky Way or like.
I'm a Skittles guy.
There you go. Skittles are good too. Yeah.
Even somebody my age, and they can be dangerous. I can eat a whole bag of those things.
They're addicting. That's the
They are.
problem.
That's it. They're
like
addictive.
crack.
What is something that fans would be surprised to learn about you? I don't know. We covered so much, though, and I think we know a lot about you. But
I mean, I think my faith, my family, and my friends mean more to me than anything.
dude, that's awesome. I love that.
Yes,
I
sir.
love that. I love that. Yeah, absolutely. And if you could sit in, let me phrase it this way: if you could sit in with any band or artist for one night, who would that be?
Band or artist?
Dun, dun,
Like
dun,
dead or alive or both?
Yeah, both, whatever. Just we can just. All right, let's say alive.
Alive, we'll
Yeah.
go. Russell Dickerson.
Really?
He would be such like I feel like because he's probably one of the funniest people like I've never met him yet, but he is hilarious. So
Yeah.
him, and then if we were to go dead, I'd say Keith Whitley.
Oh man.
Yeah,
Yeah. Yeah. I could. Yeah, that'd be cool. That'd be really cool.
for sure.
And again, so we already know you gave us all your little hookups, your links to get your
Yes,
music,
sir.
and hopefully our viewers and our listeners will go on and do that. And of course, I always say one fan at a time, and going to keep an eye out for you. Um, Finish this sentence. This is always a tough one. Yeah. The best songs are the ones that, and there's silence.
Come to you
All right, no, that's somehow they,
in a way, like
yeah, all right, all right.
yeah. I don't know.
And when the ride gets tough, what keeps you going?
I'd just say like now, I would just be like looking from where I came from,
Awesome.
like
I love
seeing
that.
where I was to now. I mean, who knows what the next year's gonna hold? You know.
Well, you're still young. I mean, you're on a roll. This is good. Out of Time is great.
Yes, sir.
Um, Man, I tell you, and it's just one, you may think your first song is great, but then the second one's even better. Correct me if
Yeah.
I'm wrong. Then the third one comes out and it's like, holy shit, this one's really good.
Well,
So,
all I'm gonna say is just get ready for these next ones
yeah.
because
So
it's gonna be
do,
completely different.
do we have an EP, an album? What do we got going?
Um, I'm. It's not gonna be an album. I think we're gonna try to. It's still kind of in the works, but I think we're gonna try to do an EP.
Love it.
So,
Yeah.
so yeah, we'll see. I'm super super excited to be able to do this. I'm working with some pretty cool people on it, so it's gonna
Awesome.
be awesome.
Awesome. What is the we got to get you out. We got to get you like what's the furthest you've gone in the Northeast?
Um,
Have you been to New York?
to play a show
Well, in New York
or just
City
in general.
in general.
I haven't been to New York since I was a little kid, but
Okay.
I've literally pretty much traveled the entire country. I've been to 47 states, and I'm about to
Okay.
visit the 48th here in about a month. I'm going to Oregon.
Is it Oregon or Oregon?
I think it's Oregon.
No. I get it. I'll say it wrong every time. So. But have you been to Syracuse?
I don't think so.
Yeah, you should come up and make the run. We're in
Yeah,
Syracuse. So
yeah.
yeah. And then you got the
That is
Syracuse Orange.
that is where Sonny and all them were last night. Yeah,
Yeah, yep. They're at a place called the Amphitheater at Lakeview.
yeah. And now Sonny just got here to Nashville. He's doing a Keith Whitley tribute.
Wow.
So yeah, it's gonna be cool.
No, he freaking rocked the house last night.
I mean,
just amazing, dude. Amazing.
and he's just like I said, like so down to earth. Like I will from now until like throughout his entire career, I will always have his back. Like he is one of
That's
those guys
awesome.
that I mean, we were right before CMA Fest, he was hanging out with a couple of people for his A&R and he's like, "Hey bro, like I see you're downtown, like come hang out." And so he brought us into this VIP room and before anyone knew that Florida Georgia Line was going to come back, they were in
Yeah.
there hanging out and he was just introducing me to all these people and I'm just like, dude, like this guy's like a real person. Like he truly cares.
Mm-hmm. Florida Georgia Line. I mean, they got back together at CRS.
Yeah, so they got back together at CRS and then which I don't really know, I guess not a lot of people knew during that cuz then during CMA Fest they made a surprise appearance at the
Yeah.
Nissan Stadium. It's like, "We're back, baby."
But that was for all the fans, and we
Oh
know
yeah.
that the country radio seminar. Yes, anybody can probably go.
Oh
But
yeah.
it's industry. It's
It's
the
mostly
music, it's
industry,
the
yeah.
artists and the radio and the producers and the
Well, that's
labels.
my publicist asked me. She's like, "What do you think about CRS?" And I was like, "It was CMA Fest on a less chaotic platform."
Yeah, yeah, exactly. Cool stuff, Cooper. You're cool, man.
Thank you, man. I'm really great that we got to meet each other and talk a
yeah.
little bit.
I look forward to remaining somehow in contact. I want to
Yeah.
hear the music. We are like I say, I run a station right here in Syracuse. So
Yeah.
and we're on media base and all that. So, but I love the artists like yourself, the independents, and anything we can do or I can do to help.
Yeah.
That's what I do with the podcast too. The Skip Happens, made it my own, and
Yeah.
I share a lot of this on the radio station socials. So that's
cool. Well, yeah. I mean, let's for sure keep in touch.
Yeah. I want to say thank you, man.
Thank you, man. I appreciate it.
It's a big thanks to Cooper Riley for joining us here tonight on Skip Happens. Make sure you follow Cooper, stream the music, keep an ear out for what's next. Out of time, baby. He's got the kind of songs that leave room for your own story, and that's what makes them stick. And as I always say, every boot tells a story. We just heard another one tonight. It's pretty cool. I'm Skip Clark, and thanks for listening, everybody. Cooper, I want you to stay there, but have a good night.
Cool. Thank you.